Welcome everybody to On Deck, the first episode. Basically, we had a pilot, but this is official. We're officially here. I'm hoping my internet survives. I'm hoping I survive. We're here in a Memorial Day weekend. Hey, well, Memorial Day, I'm sorry. We're here on Memorial Day. We got a great show today. I'm feeling patriotic, We're here. Yeah, no ideas for that intro, so that was our intro. Welcome everybody. I'm going to hop onto the Discord. So the video restarted. Okay. I didn't know I was gonna do that. So the basic idea for this is to I'm multitasking. Basically, anybody from the Subconshis group can participate. We are a group of collective of artists, streamers, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to talk about whatever. You can go ahead and comment in chat, things you want to talk about. I do have a list of things here for this episode. Let me go ahead and try to negotiate here with my internet. Should have done this before. So like I said, go ahead and leave in the comments what we should be doing today. And the one last thing here. Okay, so basically on the docket here, we're going to be talking about first of all, obviously Drake. That is a big thing going on here. I want to talk about Paul McCartney on SNL. That was an interesting topic, and there's surprisingly backlash for that, which is insane to me. I also want to talk about something that's interesting to me, and that's the new life simulator game, Paralives. And I also want to talk about kind of my thoughts on the Sims franchise, which is a weird thing to fit it with all these, but I promise it kind of makes sense. And I also kind of a big thing I want to talk about is the UFC going to the White House and their parent company TKO's political ties. So it's gonna be our episode for today, and what better episode to have on Memorial Day? So, talking about, we're gonna start with Paralives, which is a new simulation game. I'm gonna play the background here because I can do that. It looks super cool. So it's like basically like the alternative to Sims, and we've had this a lot. Like we've had a lot of promises that a new Sims like game. Let me see if I can get kind of out of the way. A new Sims like game coming out, but there's been anything promising, and this actually looks surprisingly promising. I mean, I think actually it's out. I believe it's actually out now or later today. Let's look that up too. We're really learning today. No, it's not out quite yet. At least not on Steam. But yeah, we've had this before. A lot of games have like been promised and then not released. Or like Inzoi, which is another similar type game. I actually think Inzoi is really fun. However, it's like I think they maybe try to make things too realistic, where this is like kind of like on the same vibe as Sims. It's like cartoony. Um, I mean, you can even see like in the town that it is. It's kind of like fantasy kind of esque, like I think more European, but like yeah, I don't know. I get kind of vibes of fantasy. Um, yeah, I don't think it takes itself like super realistic and everything like Enzoy does. And Enzoy, I think because of the aesthetic, they wanted to do the more realistic kind of aesthetic. It seemed like it was very, very buggy and it was laggy too. Like Sims, I think works because it's a casual game. Like you don't need a super crazy computer to play it. Or even me, like I mean, I have a pretty, I'd say average, maybe a low end gaming computer, um, but it's upgraded, you know, and it can't play it. I mean, it can, but not like well. So that's kind of the disappointment from that. So basically, I haven't talked about. I kind of talked about it when I stopped playing Sims on my main channel. I mean, my gaming, I don't know what you'd call it, my side channel, I'm Not Mindset. I was playing Sims there pretty consistently and streaming it, but then EA got bought out by some Saudi Arabian uh adjacent people, I guess, and just did not seem like it was the right thing to stick with the franchise. And even hold on, I lost something. Even the game itself was just not on a good stance. Like it just did not seem to be working very well. And I just could not go through with that anymore. The game was just not good. So that's why, and I think it's actually super cool that we're finally getting someone that seems like they're taking it seriously. I'm really, really hoping that this is going to be it, it. It. I just think that from what I see from this game and from early access, people playing it early access, it doesn't feel like that corporate kind of sanitized experience like Sims 4 became. And that's super, super nice. Like that's, I think consistently becoming a problem with modern, just everything in this modern day is just the corporate over sanitized things. And so I am very happy that that's where we're going. So that's all I want to talk about for that. Bear with me here on these transitions. I know it's gonna be fantastic here. Um, a little bit of fun that I want to have is where's she at? The Drake Iceman. I I hate that I want to give Drake a chance every single time, but I think the overall and I feel like I've seen this from even Drake fans that it's just he's not maturing himself. And like this, a lot of the stuff from these albums was that he was maturing and growing up. But I feel like that's directly a response to Kendrick calling him out for not maturing, right? And so I think he really tried to give that impression that he was maturing and growing and learning, but that just really wasn't the case because you had that, but you also had I like I made the joke after listening to a lot of it, being like Drake's bringing misogyny back to hip hop, and it's kind of true. Like it's just really like it seems like almost at this point he's got a problem. Like why he is still making music like that, and I just don't think it's really that good. And I think even his fans are starting to realize that it's like it becoming a problem. And it's really interesting too because he wrote so in he used the things that Kendrick rapped about in Mr. Morale, like personal problems and everything like that. And then he expected people to take him seriously when he tried to be a little bit more personal and transparent. Like like you really just basically attacked Kendrick for being transparent. And then he tried to be a little bit more transparent on this project. And I just don't, it seems so disingenuous to me. And maybe it's not. Maybe he's really trying, and I'm hoping that's true. It would be really nice to see Drake. I mean, you would consider maybe call him a nice man for that. uh, but I do want to show some clips that I found were funny. This first clip is a little bit obnoxious, and I apologize because I just want this had what I was looking for.
What the hell is this? Ironic cause the Iceman was a nice man, now I'm hot and cold. Ironic cause the Iceman was a nice man, now I'm hot and cold.
It's like, what? It's like he's making fun of himself. Like this, the memes you would see from the build up to like the goofy Iceman AI songs that people made and everything like that. Like that's literally like a bar that would come from those songs. Like what? Like we're in hip hop. Like I'm a nice man. What is going on? Like this is why people are not taking him seriously, and it sucks. I like really, for some reason, I mean, I kind of understand it now. I did not like Drake when I started listening to hip hop, and I really tried to understand the appeal, and I listened to him, and there's some songs that I like, but I don't know. I think I'm out. I'm completely out, and I understand that there's a demographic of people that like him, and I'm glad, but I don't know. I'm just having such a hard time getting behind it, and I don't know what's going on. I mean, like, I don't know how many times I can say that. I just don't understand the 3 album things. I respect that as much as it's like, how good are the albums going to be if there's 3 albums altogether? But I respect the fact that he's getting out of his record deal. Now, I don't know, and I probably should do my research. Is Drake getting a new record deal? I said, is Drake getting, and the first thing that came up was, is Drake getting a McDonald's meal? What the heck? That's that's the concerns we have in the country these days. Is Drake getting a McDonald's meal? So, I mean, according to Google AI, which, take that as you will, it seems like he's not signed a deal. And yeah, I was going to say I respect it, because if he's going independent, that's a really cool thing. Or if he started his own record label. I honestly thought OVO was a record label. We're doing some research here. Okay, I don't know how you can see from that. Yeah, okay. So, it is a record label. Founded by Drake. So he owns it, but he's not part of it. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's more realistic these days than I guess probably I would think. So, I mean, if I had to guess, maybe I would think that that's where he's going. So good for him. I think he definitely has a place in music. I just think it's like I've said over and over again already. He just needs, I think, a little bit of self-awareness. And even like the corny joking stuff, like that's fine. Like we can joke about it and laugh about it, but I think there's a bigger issue there, but I do have more.
It's 2 a.m. in France. I just accidentally pissed my pants. Wee, and I shit myself. Should I wear a diaper if I crap myself? Ooh, should I went to the bathroom? Got stuck in the back rooms. Went to pee, but I pooped instead. Now I got brown shit running down my leg.
Okay, so I know that that's fake. But the fact that it fits is crazy. I mean, okay. This is the first clip.
Every day.
So that's the first clip I saw. Stop playing. I literally, oh my god, I'm making it worse. That's the first clip that I saw, even before I heard the album. And I was like, well, I know I'm getting myself in this thing. And again, I kind of thought that was fake. So, but then of course you listen to it and then you realize that it's real. So
Every diss on Drake's Iceman.
Kids listen to you because they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled.
all right, so as a I want to go back. As a white kid that listens to Kendrick, I think this is a crazy line, right? Because I understand from Drake's perspective, because to him, the people that listen, the primary demographic of white people that listen to Drake music are the type of people that will say the N-word when they rap. But like Kendrick, I think Kendrick is the reason why a lot of white people get into hip hop and are also able to understand. I don't know if understands the word, but respect and sympathize for Black culture. At least that's my opinion. I think Kendrick is a very he I feel like he teaches a lot of things that like we would not know because of how history is dismissed depending on the color of your skin or your culture or whatever. So I think Kendrick is actually a super important aspect of that. That's why having Kendrick at the Super Bowl was so important, because he wasn't going to make it like a pop like big flashy event. He was going to make it a teaching moment for the country. And I think that that's amazing. So the thing is, like, you feel some guilt. Of course you do, because you learn about what white people learn about what they did in the past. And like, that's exactly what you should feel. So it's like you're dissing him, but it's like it's pretty much it. I didn't see the rest of this video, so we'll
Get fulfilled. Must have heard about us, gotta catch up to the slabs. Yeah, once it's me and YG rap. I shouldn't even be.
And that one's just factually untrue. Like, that's the thing that I'm saying. It's like, maybe you can say that it's like me saying that Drake is a bad artist. Like, that's just factually not true, because people like him. He's very popular. Like, that's the thing. It's like, it's just petty. And the disses are over. It's all over. So like, I understand that he was probably sitting on this album, and like, yes, Kendrick did it too. So there's some leniency here, but it was so long ago, and it was like, it just feels like it was an exhausting thing. It was exhausting to listen to, hearing this is on Kendrick and on Mustard and everybody else. I think, like, again, it's just all self-reflection. And it's like, he's just bitter. I mean, that's, and respectfully, I mean, understandably bitter, right? Understandably bitter, but it doesn't make you look any better. It doesn't prove your point by still dissing all these people.
Be shocked to see you in that arena, because you always made your career off of switching teams. I got all the chains that they ever repped in Virginia. Dog, I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed.
This is so fucking stupid. That's all like, what is he doing? Like, it's weird enough that he's associating with Aiden Ross, and obviously he's doing all the stuff with Kick and Steak. But mentioning Aiden Ross in a song, mentioning Aiden Ross in a song.
And Cali, you know what I mean. And your people are still waiting for a free Palestine.
Every day.
Yeah, and I've heard it's not my place to get involved with that one, but like it's just like it's crazy, right? And also like he's telling DJ Khaled how to feel and talk, right? So I don't know. He's not much better either. Like we can do a whole episode on Drake's. We could do a whole episode on like hip hop's association with MAGA and Trump and everything like that. We kind of are going to get into a little bit of. Well, we know we're going to get into a lot of Trump stuff, I guess. But that's not what we're doing today with the hip hop stuff. No, we're restarting. I love that it's literally just comes up, shows that, and then goes away. Let's find a different video here. Here we go. This one's 30 minutes. This one's not as wavy though. What about this one? What if I get a strike? This is just an image. That is insane. A 30-minute video. And it doesn't even say, maybe it was like, okay, there's a song playing in the background. The video says no music. Can I show that? Yeah, I can. No music. Can I point? Can I point? Oh. This is what you came to see right here. No music. This is what this is all about. God, how bad is this show? Am I right? Okay, so like, what? A picture. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of these going on. We can watch this one. So yeah, like, I really messed myself up here. Hold on, let's go over here. What does he got to say? What? A picture. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of these going on. We can watch this one. So yeah, like, imagine coming into this stream. I really messed myself up here. All right. Okay. So now we got to go over here, right? What does he got to say? What? A picture. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of these going on. We can watch this one. So yeah, like, imagine coming into this stream. I really messed myself up here. All right. Okay. So now we got to go over here, right? Okay. What does he got to say? What? A picture. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of these going on. Guys, welcome to the Shuffle Up on Deck. So yeah, like, imagine coming into this stream. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. Anyways, we gotta get that back. He's one of these videos back. Okay, here we go. Anyways, all right, I gotta like get myself back together here. Where is this next one at? Okay, so this one I think is absolutely insane. Especially because it's not showing up. It's okay. So this one to me is absolutely insane. So Paul McCartney, 83 years old. 83 years old. Is getting, like, I've seen criticism complaining about how he shouldn't be singing anymore and that this performance on SNL was terrible and he shouldn't be doing that anymore. Like, why? Like, the fact that, like, Paul McCartney is on TV at 83 years old, having fun and singing, like, that's fine. Let him do it. So this is like, I lit a clip on this video, and there's like the most replayed thing because I'm assuming this is where people consider the worst, which sucks. But so this is what they're complaining about. I'm gonna keep talking until he starts singing because I don't want to get claimed. Keep talking, keep talking. Okay, so you kind of get the point. I'm gonna play the chorus afterwards, but I wanted to space it out. Yeah, he's 83 years old, man. Like, I remember this was a while ago. I want to say 2019 or so when he made McCartney 3. I'm gone. I'm frozen. So when he made McCartney 3, he had done it and it wasn't well perceived. So then he had people like resing all those songs, and that was actually like incredible. But like, just let him do it. Like, this is Paul McCartney. He's like one of the, I think, few people, celebrities, like, he's 83 years old and not like widely hated at this point. Like, that's crazy. That's great. There's no controversy, nothing. He may be not the original one, but you know. So like, let him sing. It's fun. And also, I think the ultimate thing that we should learn from this is who watches SNL in the first place. So I think it's like, he's having fun. He's having a good time. Like, I enjoyed watching that. So it's just insane. Like, people will literally complain about everything, and it's like, it is a serious problem that like, it needs to go away. Like, when you're just hating on an 83-year-old man that's literally one of the most successful, beloved singers of all time, because you just want to complain. Shut up. So that's my point. I don't have any more videos unless something else comes up. But I want to talk about the fact that UFC is going to the White House and all the other dumb stuff because of TKO. As most people probably know, I'm a big wrestling fan, so I actually know a lot about what the stuff to complain about with TKO. But this isn't going to be wrestling talk. TKO is obviously, it's bigger than that, like UFC, WWE, like those two big ones. Whoever watches professional bull riding. Slap fight, I think. Whatever it's called, slap boxing, slap fight. So they're doing the show at White House. I think that's pretty well known at this point. And I think the TKO is doing something interesting because up until the TKO merger, I don't really feel like there was much of like a political bias almost. One way or the other with either of the companies, like that TKO owns, WWE, UFC. But ever since then, ever since the merger, it's been pretty much a given where they stand. And it doesn't, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to tell you that like it's not realistic, right? To hate on a company because the people that work there and run it are on opposite side of a political spectrum than me. The issue, I feel like it's almost like pushing it. They always Republicans always talk about, you know, liberals pushing an agenda. You know, the gay people pushing their agenda to make people gay, right? Trans people trying to make people trans. And it's like, let's have a show at the White House with President Trump, very disliked president and far right president with a crazy fan base, right? It's hypocritical. It's weird that they're doing that. Like UFC, one of the biggest mediums in the world, is going to the White House, and then you have obviously Dana White, who seems like he's with Trump all the time. Dana White's like the middleman for far right streamers like Aiden Ross to get in touch with Trump, right? And then you have on the opposite side of WWE side, you have Triple H, Paul Levesque, doing like they're literally having pictures of Triple H in the Oval Office, which is like normally this was like I'll say 10 years ago, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. It's like, okay, he's with the president, but then it is forcing everyone is forcing everything to be so divisive that it just seems it definitely seems like there's some kind of agenda, and it's weird. So with what I can speak with is with WWE because that's what I know. So you have Vince McMahon's ties with Donald Trump, who's no longer with the company. Vince McMahon. Donald Trump is a WWE Hall of Famer, but that was all before he was a president. It's all before he had like serious power. Obviously, he was a billionaire and all that stuff. But also something that's interesting about this is, from what I've been seeing, is there's a match between Derek Lewis and Josh Docket, which was directly requested by Trump. So that leaves an interesting point of view of him calling shots with stuff. And I know it's like, okay, so you're going to steal, you're seeing the president. We should, if the president wants something, we'll give it to him. I don't know. It seems fishy to me. It just seems so fishy. Everything is like, yeah, I don't understand. I have no problem. I don't necessarily even think I have a problem. It doesn't bother me too much. And again, also because of 250th anniversary of America. So we got to take that with consideration. I don't know. What do you think? I just don't know. That's really all I got. I'm really suspicious. Paul McCartney's old. Get over it. And Drake is a nice man. So yeah, this was a very chaotic show. And it's going to probably continue to be chaotic, but I want you to let me know what you want to see. Let me know if you want to be a part in it anyway. I want to kind of incorporate call-ins kind of things. Probably going to keep it with Subconshis members first, but we'll test things out. We are going to experiment the show, grow the show, love the show, enjoy the show in any way possible. We might go on the front lawn of the White House. Drake was a nice man. Call him a nice man or whatever he said.